Hey,
Hi, Carolyn. Thank you so much for taking some time to chat with me today so I could ask you a few questions.
great. Let's do this.
My website is genmymama.com
Mhm.
and I feature a lot of family entertainment. So I actually talk about Blue's Clues and You a lot. So I'm very excited.
Yes.
And I'll start by saying that in case anyone doesn't know, Blue's Big Baking Show is a new DVD that was out last month, and you're featured in the title episode of Blue's Big Baking Show. So, and you play Josh's Lola.
Yes.
So, what was the process like for you for joining the show? How did you hear about the role? Like, how did that come about?
It came about out of the blue. um, I was working in this theater piece, and I had a long break in the middle of the theater, and I looked at my cell phone, and my agent was popping up saying, "You have an audition right after the show. Get dressed and go across town and do the audition." And I'm thinking, all right, I might be a bit tired. And what is this? And I'm reading this. So right after the show, I take the taxi cab, I go across. There's the song, the closing song that I don't, at the time, I didn't know the melody. So I fainted during the audition. And I thought, okay, my job's done. I got to go home and sleep. It's been a long day doing the theater piece and then running off. And wouldn't you know it, they called me. They called me back to go in the studio for a chemistry test to see how if I clicked with Josh. And there it is.
Well, I think you click very well with Josh.
Thank you.
And so, of the show, now I imagine it's a lot of green screen when you're
Yes.
filming. How was that difficult? Do you know to film your when you can't really see a large majority of your co-stars?
Uh,
Did,
the director, they do tell us where the co-stars are going to be. Salt and Pepper is there. Blue is jumping from here to there. So, and they have markers on the floor. Um, but I wear glasses for real in real life. So when you see a green tape on green floor, sometimes it's hard. Sometimes blue is on my supposed to be on my left and I'm looking center. So I guess they're kind enough to move blue center to where I'm looking.
And another thing about this show, something that I really love is like they break the fourth wall. Like Josh and
Yes.
Blue, they look at the camera, they talk to the kids at home, and then
Yes.
as a parent, I see my girls jumping up and down, answering Josh's questions. Was that hard for you to get used to? Because on your other shows and other film, I'm sure they told you don't look at the camera.
That's the rule. Never look at the camera. You look to the side of the camera, but never at the camera. Never. Um, so this was really different. Um, there was my first day on set. I'm talking to Josh. I'm talking to Blue, the ex on the floor. And then the director says, now you have to talk to the kids. So I do this hesitant look. And the director says, good, now do it for real. It was an adjustment, but it wasn't a painful adjustment. Just knowing that beyond the camera, all the kids are there and probably giggling that we're looking at them.
Very exciting on the other end.
Yeah.
And in your episode, Josh and Blue are making his Lola's famous babinka. Do
Yes.
you personally have a recipe that your family is always asking you to make?
Oh my. Um, Actually, there is this dish we call adobo, which is basically chicken or pork marinated in soy sauce and vinegar. And now I'm drooling here.
That sounds good. Yes, you have my
Um,
attention.
yes, they're fried and then they're simmered in a stew. Oh my. Oh my. And each home has their own special touch, but the basic thing is soy sauce and vinegar, pepper, and bay leaves. But each home adds that special something. It's so good. So good.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
And now Lola is being featured in the Blues Clues and News nursery rhymes on YouTube. What's it like having a little animated version of yourself?
I was tickled blue. I was just it was actually one of the children who follows me on Instagram. All of a sudden he's popping up in my message saying, Lola's a cartoon, Lola's a cartoon, check it out. And I'm trying to answer him back, a cartoon where? Tell me, YouTube. So he sends me the link, and there's Lola with all the friends, and it was I was tickled blue. I just loved it.
Yeah, it's very cool. They did a great job, right?
Yes.
Now, are there any plans that you're able to share? Will we see Lola in another episode, maybe? Any, maybe?
I will say yes, but not more than that.
Okay.
You got to keep watching the show. Lola
I'll
will be
look
back.
forward to that. Absolutely. That's
Yes.
awesome. That's great to hear. And I did want to say we were talking about the color blue. Now, Josh wears a lot of blue and accessorizes with a lot of blue, and so does his Lola.
Yes.
Is blue your favorite color, or do you have a color that you could wear head to toe all the time?
This kind of blue.
Oh, that's pretty.
It's a pretty blue. Blue is my favorite color. I love it. I think it's joyous, it's light, it's sky blue. Can't go wrong with that.
Can't go wrong with blue. Well, thank you so much, Carolyn, for taking the time to talk with me today. I had so much fun, and I definitely look forward to seeing Lola again in the episode. We won't say anything else.
Nothing else. We'll see you soon. Thank you very much, Kristen. Bye-bye.